to our YouTube account, and then you're just streaming, and YouTube channels get really good reach over time. The more content you create, there's an SEO value there and everything else. So that's why you see me kind of doing this. We like to use YouTube since it's accessible to everybody. So let's just let this go live, and then I'll hit the record and we'll get started. So, and if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, do subscribe to the channel. Okay, so welcome to today's next level session. The topic for today is building an area real estate agent funnel. Man, I could have worded that better, Kelly. But I'll explain what the thinking was. I was telling the people who were on a little earlier a little bit, but I created this video right here. And the idea here is that if somebody Googles St. Pete, Florida real estate agent or Tampa real estate agent, something in your city, what we want to do is show them a paid ad. Now there's Dave Ramsey. We've got some of you guys have some opinions about what he's doing there, I'm sure. But you see, we got this top agents ranked, and we've got Homelight, which you've probably seen national ads for, right? And you can see next to each of these, it says ad on them, like so. Well, why can't we have an ad show up there? So why can't I show up with a video of me talking about my company and telling people, hey, I'm here, reach out, right? That seems like more relevant actually to the consumer search, because if somebody searches St. Pete, Florida real estate, they're looking for a real estate agent. They're not looking for a service that's going to match you up with one. I mean, they'll use that service, but better would be to just directly get one, right? The other thing I'll mention here, and we need to do this content in the future, Google does show local business listings here, but notice how they are showing them under the ads in this particular result. So you do have the opportunity to show up straight up here. So what I'm hoping to do today is kind of get this live so that somebody Googles my company, my name, or whatever, and you can do the same thing, shows up. So the first step, of course, in my opinion, is always going to be to create a video. Okay, you don't necessarily need one, but I think when I've done this in the past, I have done this funnel, I got really good results when the person landing on the page and I said hello to them and I talked directly to them. So I'm going to get my camera off so you're not seeing me like 6 times here in Zoom. And I'm going to let this run just so you can get an idea. It's a 40-second video. And that's it. And it says, who was in the video? Dan. Me. All right. So let me play this.
Hi, Ryan Hartman here with Forever Florida Real Estate in St. Petersburg, Florida. If you're looking for an agent in Pinellas County, Florida, in St. Pete, Clearwater, Dunedin, Gulfport, and all parts in between, myself and the other people on our team here can definitely help you out. All you need to do to get started is just click the box below to shoot us a message directly in Facebook. We're always monitoring the Facebook page and we'll reply back very quickly. Just let us know what you're trying to do. Maybe you have a house you're trying to sell. Maybe you're looking to buy a vacation home. I'll also include a phone number here. If you prefer to just pick up the phone and call, you can do that as well. So if you're looking for an agent in St. Pete, Florida, and surrounding areas, we are here to help you, and we look forward to talking to you.
So yeah, so this is a one-take shot, guys, right? I've done this a few times, so I can do it in one take. You can probably do it in 1 or 2. It's not very hard. You saw what we did. It's just, hey, if you're looking for an agent. Now, one of the things I did strategically in that video was I mentioned some of the areas, and I mentioned I kind of repeated keywords, and that was intentional for Google's algorithm for when this video gets on YouTube, and so that the quality score of the page off of the click is higher. And these are small, minor things, but I know that the algorithm likes it. So if somebody's searching St. Pete, Florida real estate, and in the first 10 seconds of my video, I'm saying that keyword term, it helps the whole endeavor. And if the title of the YouTube video is the same thing. So there's a little bit of strategy there. I've got the logo of the company in the background. You notice that I said, click below to chat with an agent now. I'm going to link this to our Facebook page. So it's kind of like instant gratification, and also put the KV Core smart number right there, knowing that if somebody calls that smart number, it kind of routes around following those rules. Now, you might want to use your unique cell number, whatever you want to do, but in this case is what we're doing. So I use Screencast-O-Matic to do this. I put the little text overlay on it using Screencast-O-Matic's editing tools, and I clicked the upload to YouTube button that you can see on the right side. And this was all done at like 3:30 today, like a half hour ago. It took 5 minutes, right? And probably the biggest barrier for you is just your fear of getting in camera. Once you're over that, you can record a video like this. I don't see why all of us can do this very quickly. Hey, you're looking for a real estate agent? I happen to be one. take some action and let's talk now, right? Okay, so now that the video is live on YouTube, I have my link. I'm gonna just kind of paste it here in the window. Okay, it's not auto playing. I actually put it as unlisted. You'll notice if you don't want everybody on your YouTube channel to see that particular video, because for an ad, you can just set it as unlisted when you upload it. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into KV Core and I'll go to lead engine and build landing page. And I'm gonna build a page that kind of houses this, and it's the page that I'm going to drive the traffic to from my Google ad. So in this case, I'm going to choose, we do have our Facebook chat option, but I realized after the fact that you actually can't put a video on that page currently. And I had already recorded the video, right? So I wanted to use that, but it's not really that big a deal, because what I can do is I can do the video plus view, and then I can simply link this button to the Facebook chat for the chat page. So kind of funny. I need to, I'm going to click this because I don't know. Let me see, copy link. I need the link address. I'm copying it so I know the link address to chat with our Facebook page. Okay, and now I'm going to go video plus view. I will set my URL after video. That's the link to the Facebook page. Chat with us now is the button. That's what the orange button is going to say. And then my YouTube ID is the part after the V in my YouTube. So up here it says V equals. So I'll put that into the landing page. Where'd you go, landing page? I had this open twice. So I got to make sure I close that one out. YouTube ID. You'll see it change the video there for us. And then for background, I can choose something else. It might be cool if I put an image representative of the local market right here. So maybe I'll just take a second to do that. To images. And I'm going to cheat. Don't necessarily do this, but I'm going to right click and then hit copy image address.
Yeah, just as a side note, if you use the image address, you're always in peril of if that person ever takes that photo down.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know, Kelly, if you heard my story about before, while I was learning this web stuff in like 2007, I had a WordPress website, and I must have been using an image that was used by a lot of different people, and the guy changed it to a porn image.
Oh, because he found out. You got busted.
Because what it does is it uses the hosting resources of that of that person, right? They're paying for hosting. So if a lot of people were using it, it was costing him money. So he went into his file structure and he changed it to something else.
That's funny.
That's clever.
I
thought it was funny.
That is very clever. Well, as a way to just as a side note, my favorite way to host those custom photos is to put them through a blog post. Yeah. And that way you can upload your own photos. And, I always tell people, if you're paying your photographer to go out and take pictures of the listing, you're already paying for those photos. Always try and ask for at least 4 to 5 other photos of the neighborhood or area, because it's included in the package usually. And that way you can start building up your own portfolio of local photos. And you should have those so that you can connect it with those local resources that you're trying to be associated with.
Yeah, really good point. Just kind of have them on hand. Yep.
Yeah.
So I've got the headline here. So the scenario is we're going to run our ad in a minute, but the person's going to have just Googled St. Pete, Florida real estate agent, and they're going to click. So it's basically going to like echo back what they're doing, looking for a St. Pete, Florida real estate agent. Click the link below to chat with us now. We could say, watch the video. Then click the link below to chat with us now. We're being very direct about what we want the person to do, right? In the sub headline there. And this looks okay to me, I think. No typos. So I'll hit save. And I will save it. Ooh, I did it on Delia's URL. Oh, well. So I'll save it here. I meant to do it on the main company URL, but that's not a big deal. So now we have our link. And then the next step is going to be to drive traffic to this. And where we started was that we wanted to show this ad to people who are Googling that keyword, St. Pete, Florida real estate agent. So at this point, we're what, half hour in after we do the video, maybe upload to YouTube and create the landing page. Our next step is going to be to go to Google Ads. This this Google Chrome profiles thing, if you have multiple Gmail accounts, is driving me nuts, guys. Like, because if you log into one Google tab, you see how one's green, one's the other color. They're attached to the different emails, and you kind of have to go to the one where that account is, if that makes sense. I don't know if anybody else is struggling with this or me, but
I do. That's why I just changed the colors like you did, so I can remember which one is which.
Yeah, because we have our personals and we have our work ones, and Anyway, but this particular Google account is attached to my personal, so I'm logging into Google Ads. And Kelly's saying the same thing. Yeah, it's really weird. It seemed cool at the time when you're like, okay, yeah, we'll enable this, but I was happier before when I just had to sign into the other account from the same browser. Okay, so here's the account. We're going to go to campaigns. Well, I can just click new campaign. And this part's going to be fairly straightforward, except we're going to go very tight on the keywords, and we're not going to really be thinking, we're not going to get a ton of traffic here, unless we want to bid on more keywords and see if this works. So I'll explain what I mean. So I'm just going to click continue. So I'm going to do website traffic. We'll do a simple search ad. That's what we're doing. Continue. I'm not going to use the search and display network. It kind of gives you extra traffic. We mention it every time we do this, but for now, I'm going to keep it just on the main network, not any partners or anything else. And we'll call it St. Pete, Florida Real Estate Agent. And locations to target, we can target everywhere. I'm just going to do all North America. And location and options, we've got this thing. I'm going to do people in or regularly in, not people who've shown interest. This first option is kind of Google's way of getting some extra traffic. And then Dan's asking, could you use keywords for everyone to determine the best search criteria? Is that a site? I think Annalise has mentioned that one. You could, yeah, you could use that tool, but I have a very specific idea about who's going to be searching here, and it's a very small handful of keywords. So I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to continue here with our locations. Languages are fine. Our budget, we just set it to 10 a day. It won't even spend that. Do I want to focus on conversions? In this case, I'm just going to focus on clicks. I just want people to click it. I have all my conversion tracking and stuff set up with Google, so it'll register the conversion, but I want to optimize this and get as many clicks from people as possible. And then we're going to do agent keywords. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in St. Petersburg, Florida real estate agent, and I'm going to go phrase match here. And phrase match, I'm putting little quotation marks around it. I realize this might be small on your screens. Let me make that bigger. And what this is going to do, you see how it says 0 clicks a day? It's not a lot, but anytime something is searched that includes all of these terms, my ad is going to show up. So it won't be a lot, but it'll happen. And then I'm going to go through some of the other towns I want to be found for. But notice how real estate agent is going to be in all of them. And so now in the past, when I've done this, I literally get like 5 clicks a month and get like 1 or 2 leads. But the leads that came through were really good because they were, they had explicitly seen a video of me. And then they said, yes, I want to talk to this guy. So picture that, like, say you get somebody who you're just not going to have rapport with because they don't like the way you operate for whatever reason. You're like total opposites, and they'll see they'll click, they'll see your video, and they won't even bother you, and you'll save time. But the people who do opt in on this funnel, they already kind of know who you are when you call them, and when you talk to them, it's kind of like that first step has already been taken care of. So CPs, Florida, there's a few others. Pinellas Beach. Now, if I wanted to get more clicks, I could definitely open it up and just say St. Pete real estate, right? And that's the term that's going to get a lot of stuff. In this particular case, we already have other campaigns running, so we'd almost be bidding against ourselves. I just want to go straight for somebody searching for a real estate agent, and that's the purpose of this campaign. So I'm going to hit save and continue. That's enough for now. I probably will go back later and add a few additional cities, Clearwater being one of them. right? I may go back and change the agent to broker and repeat all these. We can get broker in there as well. People might search that. Maybe company. So agent, and then do each of these for company and agent. So a little bit of time can be spent there, but for now, this is good enough.
Is there a limit to how many keywords you can use?
No limit. You could do a bunch. And you saw it, you guys might have seen, it actually said 1 click a day toward the end there, once I'd added enough. And 1 click a day on this probably is a couple of leads a month, which is fine. And, we're not going to spend a lot of money. We're going to spend, $100 for the whole month or something. And this is going to be a really good lead, maybe less. Now I'm going to get to the part here where they want me to run my ad. And this has been cracking me up. And now I can't even get rid of it. So do you guys notice they are forcing us to do responsive search ads? Up until last time I was here, you were able to turn that off and say, I don't want to do responsive search ads. And what responsive search ads are that they're changing. You're saying to Google, okay, you can rotate these different headlines, which I don't really want to do. I want to be able to write my ad in the sequence I want to write it in. So that's a little disorienting, but we're gonna have to roll with the punches here and just adjust. So first thing I'm gonna do is get my URL. So that was my landing page up here. Get that. And then it's kind of giving you, for optimal ad performance, include these keywords in your headlines. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do keyword insertion. It's a little advanced, but I'm gonna do a bracket, and you can see this keyword insertion pops up. My default text is need an agent. So what this does is whatever the person is searching for, that term will show up in this line. You can see on the right side, it said St. Pete real estate agent. But if it's too long or doesn't fit, it'll just put that in. So I'm going to use that for one of them. And then another headline is looking for an agent. Need a real estate pro. Something like that. And the fact that I can't do this in the sequence that I want is a little disorienting. So I'm just going to put a few there like that. Description, Forever Florida. Just to talk to a Forever Florida real estate agent. You can put your name in this too. State agent. So you could do Kelly Bojarski is standing by. Click to read, chat with her on Messenger now or something like that. But I'll keep it very simple. I'm not going to overthink the creative. See, I don't even see what it's doing, Kelly, over there.
Yeah, I keep changing it.
Yeah, and it's not always whatever. We're going to assume, I guess I need to leave it alone. And the way we need to handle is to say, okay, if somebody happens to click that ad, it's because they were searching for those keywords. So it's not that big a deal what the ad says. We won't obsess. So I'm going to. Is
it different when you switch over to desktop view, or is it just a different view? I'm just wondering if they have different headlines that rotate if you're on desktop versus mobile.
Yeah, they may. Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the preview will be similar, but yeah,
it's shorter. Notice it's shorter.
Yeah, and then look at this. It says syntax is invalid. Oh, okay. Didn't get my default text here. All right. Okay. Let's fix that. Too few elements. Talk to an experienced agent. So guys, this interface is a little new with what they're forcing here for me. So but you just kind of go through it until they stop giving you the red error. So done. Let's see if it does it again. Okay, so now it's telling me low traffic expected because they want me to give it more keywords, but I only want these very targeted keywords. And the mentality here is, look, I'm going to spend a half hour, an hour setting this up, and it's just going to run forever on Google. And I don't care. I just want it to give me 2 or 3 leads a month where somebody comes to this page and they're like, yeah, okay, I need an agent right now because I'm in town. I want a second home in the area. I saw a sign down the street from my vacation house, and I'm Googling St. Pete, Florida real estate because I want somebody to show me that tomorrow. That's the kind of lead you're going to get, right? And they're going to come here and they're going to chat and they're say, hey, I want to see the house, and that's all we're looking for a couple of times a month. And my experience in the past has been that it's pretty high quality, those interactions, because there's just a ton of intent. They were Googling for a real estate agent, and then you gave them the thing that they were looking for, right? And then if your video, if you're likable in your video and everything else, then the rapport is already built by the time you talk to them the first time. They're calling you by your first name and everything else. So, okay, so that ad is live. What's everybody think? You gonna take a stab at this? I don't think it's too hard.
I think the hardest part will be getting in front of the video.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. And if that really is your case, and if you're just really kind of shy for that, you can always narrate only on Screencast-O-Matic. Do a quick little video of the neighborhood and just do a little narration over it if you're really that scared. But honestly, once you do it a couple times, you just jump right in front of there. Just jump in.
And honestly, you could do it without the video. You could just do like you do the Facebook chat one. Looking for an agent. Click to chat with one now. I should have put like the St. Pete agent or something in there. That would work on some level, but you're not going to have the rapport and everything else that I was talking about, So I like the video step.
Ryan, what's your thought on the video plus lead view versus the video view?
Yeah, it's just, it depends what you're doing. You could have them enter their name. I was going the Facebook route when I recorded mine, but you could definitely do your video and say, hey, just pop your email and cell number in below and somebody will call you back within 5 minutes. That could work. And
I like the video view because it does route, you can route it right over to your Facebook Messenger. And I feel like there's this growing, I don't know if it's this comfort zone for Facebook Messenger, but because it is becoming more and more prevalent, I feel like people are more comfortable in giving information and chatting because they're kind of under the cloak of Facebook versus having to give out their cell phone and their email information. So this would definitely be worth doing some side-by-side testing on.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I might actually run 2 ads and run one to each. That's a good idea. Yeah, this feels like quicker too, because they're probably going to be on their phone and then they're just going to start talking to you right away. Now, next level here, if you have a bot that can talk to them, I could have easily linked to that from my landing page. So you could take them straight into the bot and start asking them questions on Facebook. I think if I click continue, I'm not even logged in here, but depending on what your page is programmed to do, a lot of times it'll ask a question the first time too. So that's the basic campaign. The other thing that we can do is we can take that same video and run it as a YouTube ad, as a video ad campaign. So it'll just show in stream.
Repurpose that content. Always repurpose.
Yep, we'll just use the video again. I'm going to send them to the same place. So I'll run through that pretty quickly. We do have training on this in the in next level about how to run, basic YouTube ad. But I'll go ahead here to all campaigns. Do a new campaign. If they always want this gold thing, we'll just do traffic. And then we're going to choose video as our option. Continue. We'll do real estate. Real estate. I'm going to maximize views if they're still letting you do that. No, they're doing conversions and views. So I'll have to leave it at conversions. They got rid of these other bid strategies recently. We'll spend $5 a day, see if it works. Now locations, in this case, because we're running on YouTube, I'm just going to run it in the local county. So before somebody watches a YouTube video, my video is going to pop up. And then down here, we have some options around topics and placements. So, you could run the video only when people land on Zillow's YouTube channel. There's crazy things you can do, or on certain YouTube channels. You're probably probably the best thing to do is to stick to broader because it's hard, but I'm going to search here and just show you Zillow. So I can say, hey, I want to show this video of somebody searching on Zillow right now in my market. Trulia. You can also search, you'll do placements. Now, I don't know that this will get a lot of traffic, but you could search your competitors too. So if
I
somebody
was just thinking that. I wonder if you could put your competitors in there.
yeah, you can, but it depends on like the bigger brand competitors. Sure, you're not going to get it for the local. There's not going to be a lot of impressions available for the local boutiques. I'm going to take these off though, and just show you too that you have topic, and you can actually pick real estate, which I think in a hyperlocal market you might find gets you more impressions. So I'm just going to choose real estate as my topic. So anybody browsing real estate related stuff on YouTube in my area is going to be who's going to see the video. So then the video URL, do I still have that? No, I don't have it in my clipboard. So let's grab it right here. Like so. And then our final URL, I'm just going to take them to the same page again with the video. We could try taking them straight to Facebook. I don't know how Google would feel about that. If they would consider Facebook Messenger to be a legit landing page. That's something we would have to try. I would bet probably better than 50% odds that they turn down the ad, but it would be cool if we could just drive the click straight to the Messenger. That might be fun, but for today, I'm just gonna link my YouTube video to the actual URL. So they'll click it, they'll see the video again, but they'll be able to take the call to action, right? And we'll do need an agent. This frustrates me. You only have 10 characters. So let's chat, right? And then need an agent. We had 15 there. That's not too bad, right?
That's actually pretty good.
Need an agent, let's chat. Looks pretty good. It's like rotating through the different views, as you said before. I got Delia's subdomain in there, so it's going to show her subdomain, but what are you going to do? Chat with a local forever Florida real estate pro. Chat with an agent. Yeah, something like that. Let's see if it works. My favorite is when my kids see these because they live on YouTube and they yell at me for showing them ads. And because I'm so cringy and their friends saw my ad. Cringy is the word. So.
Dad.
You're so cringy with your ads everywhere. Next week we're doing TikTok, guys, because I got to figure out TikTok to really troll them. By the way, can I go on a tangent, Kelly? If you've seen a video on TikTok of a cake that looks, has anybody seen this video? There's a very, very popular video on TikTok of cake. That's my cousin. I just want to plug her.
Oh,
yeah. It's really popular video. It's a little risque. Anybody knows what I'm talking about knows what I'm talking about. So I feel like semi-famous because my cousin made that video. So all right, guys, enough goofing around. So that's the video ad. That's all that was to it. That's to it. You just put the YouTube link there, you put the text, you link over, and now we have a campaign running. Whenever somebody is searching in real estate related categories on YouTube, they're going to see this video pop up in front of them if they happen to live in my county. Pretty powerful, right?
I mean, I think the applications for this are obviously, pretty unlimited, but in my head always goes to like that niche that you have. And, I always think about these agents, like there's a gal out here that is, she donates, I think it's like 10% of her commissions, every commission to her local animal shelter. And I'm already seeing how you could, because one of the interests that you could pull up there was people interested in pets. You could do a really great video, and it's almost non-real estate related. It's just, hey, this is my jam. This is what I do. And every bit of, this is how I'm connected. And you could have that run whenever people are looking at puppies and kitties. And I mean, there's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah, there's probably more traffic here than, I don't know if there's more than Facebook, but if you think about Facebook, it's always going to be the same people, right? If there's people who use Facebook and people who don't, there's more universal traffic on YouTube. Almost everybody ends up on YouTube at some point. So if you want to put your face in front of your market and the person you went to high school with sees that you're, and they're into pets and they're seeing that you're donating to the local, as Kelly says, and you want to do a video about that, it's a direct source. And you know what it costs to get that view? Like pennies, almost nothing. Sorry, YouTube doesn't charge you until I think 25 seconds of the video is watched. So.
I think that's a great way to really drive your niche focus. If you specialize in whatever you specialize, if you don't have some sort of short video content supporting that you can use and repurpose in at least 5 or 6 different places, you're not getting the most bang for your buck. So hit up that photographer. Again, I'm all about co-branding, so maybe you can do some co-branding with that.
Yeah. So I kind of brushed off your suggestion. It is a good one. Who was that? The keywords for everyone. Dan. So yeah, this is a keyword research tool. We could definitely use this to find things that people are searching for our broader campaigns as well too. So just thanks for sharing that. That's keywordseverywhere.com. And it looks like it's a Chrome extension, huh? Let's try it out.
And side note, when you're saving your landing pages and squeeze pages, because we all know that KV Core doesn't save them, in your spreadsheet, you should have a column in there where you're saving those links for the keywords you're using. Don't forget to keep track of those, because those are going to be really helpful for you to just copy and paste as you need to. Yeah. All about little time-saving tips. That's a thing I learned a long time ago, is pop your keywords in wherever you're saving landing pages and squeeze pages.
Yeah, so this extension is kind of cool. So I guess it analyzes your page and figures out what keywords might be relevant to your page. Is that correct? Let's try it. Does anybody have anything else you'd like for us to explore today? Or are you all already recording your videos for your campaigns here? If not, we can call it a short day. Yeah, Dan, vidIQ. I know about that one for determining the best tags for YouTube videos. That's vidIQ Chrome extension. Yeah, we don't talk a lot about doing kind of organic YouTube content creation as a lead generation source because it's a lot of work, but it can definitely be a great free source of leads. So what do I do here? Bulk keywords data. Oh, it wants me to have credits. Analyze page content. That's cool. Yeah, that's a really thin page, but yeah, it kind of gave me some words related to the page, and it could be a good guide. Cool. Yeah, Dan says those credits are really cheap. So, and there's all kinds of SEO stuff you can glean from your keyword density and all that. So I'll play with this more. I've never used this particular one. I like to use Neil Patel bought it, but Uber Suggest. It's a good one to kind of uncover maybe keywords that aren't that competitive. So Florida real estate.com. Oh wow, he's doing all right.
No.
This is really cool, but I haven't used this in a while, and now he's doing all this. Wow, okay, dude. Yeah, I'm not using your tool anymore. It used to be cool. I'll probably sign in later. It is a cool lead magnet the way he's doing this. But yeah, Uber Suggest, if you feel like giving Neil your contact info, it'll let you do keyword research. Cool. I'm looking at Rich here. Rich is suggesting that we take some sessions to go in depth and some of the not so well-known features and tricks. So Jenny's been sending him some stuff. Yeah, we do that session every few months, right, Kelly?
Yeah, tips and tricks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'd be a good.
Maybe we can get Jenny on the line next week. Maybe she could be one of my guest co-hosts, and she can give us tricks and tips from Jenny.
Cool. Yeah,
I'll hit her up.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, just a little bit of a marketing technique today. Also, that campaign just mentioned probably a few months ago. I mentioned that I created this 1-year video campaign, and it just took our product team a little bit of time to get that added, but it is now added under the Smart Campaign section. So it's a 1-year buyer nurture.
I saw that yesterday.
Yeah, so
I
it's
love
in
it.
there. And what it does, in case you don't remember, basically I wrote 23 different touches, and most of them kind of, they do a bunch of different stuff, but a lot of them link out to YouTube videos, and it's very universal. Like, hey, here's a funny video about a pushy real estate agent, but it's just designed to keep your name in front of people, and you don't have to stress about creating content, but it also feels a little vibrant and not too cut and dry. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but definitely check it out. You just go to the KV Core library. What did it link out? There we go. That's a bummer. It linked instead of open a new window. So yeah, we got a Robert Kiyosaki video in there. It starts out it does a little bit about credit scores and how to find motivated sellers and things like that. So go to KV Core library and then search for 1 year is probably a good way to do that. Just search 1 year and it'll pop up, and then you can click add to my library.
Is the start logic on that always run?
No, because the reason is I envision this as something that happens after the conversation starting campaign.
Got it.
So say we do our waterfront sequence and then we don't get any response, or for whatever reason, we just want to put somebody on a longer term nurture, then we would manually set it up from the contact record. But you can also automate that. We talked about that last week. You can chain it using the hashtag trick, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Put a hashtag at the end or something.
Yeah. Kelly's saying she's an ISA for her team. Do we have any resources or videos on that? About follow-up? I would definitely check out. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff, but not exactly what to do if you're an ISA. But I'm going to share. I think the conversation starting method that we use would be useful to you only in that it'll shortcut and get people texting back to you that you can then follow up on. But that's a great topic. You know what we're going to do? I've been doing this team tactics session, Kelly, where every other week we're talking to team leaders and admins about things they can do. Oh, you've been there. Okay. I'll make that a topic. Like what 10 things, basically a game plan for ISAs. That's what you're looking for, right? So that'll be the next session for that. Okay, we'll do that. The next one is next Thursday, and that'll be our topic. So it's a good idea.
Is that on Team Tactics or here at Next Level?
It'll be Team Tactics because it's more relevant to that audience. I don't think everybody here has an ISA they've hired, but definitely. Are you in Hawaii? Yeah, what time is it in Hawaii? She said Mahalo.
11:30. I think it's 11:30. They're behind us.
10:30. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, so you guys like this later time probably. So we used to do these at like noon. That would have been super early for you. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's it for the week, guys. I don't see any other questions, but we've got 3 sessions in the can for this week. We did our videos today. Our video campaign yesterday. I thought the co-marketing thing was fun. And then Tuesday was just kind of a hodgepodge of different stuff, but I thought it was pretty fun too there. I'm biased because I have to sit here and do the content. Anything else from you, Kelly?
No, I will come back next week with at least one, if not more, guest speakers. And I think I've got some ideas of some fun co-hosts that'll be online with us next week. One of them will be Jenny, but I've got another couple up my sleeve. So
I appreciate the help. I'll be back Wednesday, but if you want to, whatever you want to plan is cool. And I'll just come and be a fly on the wall. That'd be if you happen to book people, but just so you know, I will be here a couple of days.
No problem. I'll give you a heads up. We'll sync up offline.
Okay. Thanks guys. We'll get the replay live as soon as possible and we'll see you next week.
Have a great day.